Sponsored by.
The threat looms large for Israel as the International Criminal Court is currently investigating the Hamas terror group's brutal assault on Israeli soil while also examining Israel's counter-offensive in Gaza. Warning the court against taking such a drastic step, Prime Minister Netanyahu has said that if the International Court issues an arrest warrant, it would be a scandal of historic scale. While this can cost Israel's counter-offensive and ongoing military operations in Gaza against the terror organization, several reports suggest that the ICC, which is authorized to charge individuals with war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide, might soon issue arrest warrants for senior Israeli government and military officials. Notably, this is days after Israel's Foreign Minister Israel Katz warned Israeli embassies to bolster their security because of the risk of a wave of severe anti-Semitism, making it clear that the country will not bow or be deterred and in fact will continue to fight against the terrorists. Katz had stated that he expects the ICC to refrain from issuing any arrest warrant against senior Israeli political and security officials. Not only are the Israeli officials under the ICC scanner, but reports suggest that the ICC is also considering issuing arrest warrants against Hamas leaders. As per expert Matthew Gillett, who is a lecturer in international law at the University of Essex, if the ICC issues an arrest warrant against any of the Israeli officials, they will be unable to travel to the more than 120 countries that are member of the ICC, or else they could face detention. These countries include most European countries, Japan and Australia. He further stated that arrest warrants would potentially increase Israel's international isolation, as the allied countries could take actions such as reducing weapons transfers or scaling back diplomatic visits. Pertinently, it would become difficult for Western liberal democracies such as the United States to engage with Israel. Reacting to these reports, Benjamin Netanyahu asserted that no decision or verdict by such courts would harm the determination of Israel and its military to achieve its goal of getting back home all the hostages, achieving complete victory over Hamas, and ensuring that Gaza would no longer pose a threat to Israel.
You have to hear this to believe this. The International Criminal Court in The Hague is contemplating issuing arrest warrants against senior Israeli government and military officials as war criminals. This would be an outrage of historic proportions. International bodies like the ICC arose in the wake of the Holocaust committed against the Jewish people. They were set up to prevent such horrors, to prevent future genocides. Yet now, the International Court is trying to put Israel in the dock. It's trying to put us in the dock as we defend ourselves against genocidal terrorists and regimes, Iran of course, that openly works to destroy the one and only Jewish state. Branding Israel's leaders and soldiers as war criminals will pour jet fuel on the fires of anti-Semitism, those fires that are already raging on the campuses of America and across capitals around the world.
When Israel and Hamas were erupted after the terror group's bloody massacre on October 7, 2023, ICC Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan said that the court has jurisdiction over any potential war crimes committed by the Hamas fighters in Israel and by Israeli forces in the Gaza Strip. Israel does not recognize its jurisdiction and is also not a member of the court. However, the Palestinian territories were admitted with the status of a member state in 2015. The United States, one of the strongest Israeli allies, which is also not a member of the ICC, came out in Israel's support on Monday, stating that the ICC has no jurisdiction in this situation and does not support its investigation.